Welcome to the Out There Show, 7 Harmful Effects After a UFO Contact. Number 7. John had always been fascinated by the idea of alien life. He never had a run-in with a UFO, but one day that all changed when his excitement turned to horror when he had a close encounter. He was out walking his dog when a large craft came over his head. Ever since that night, he suffered from severe anxiety and PTSD, unable to shake the feeling that he was being watched. Number 6. Emily was thrilled to see a UFO land in her backyard. She was so overtook by the sighting she stood still like she was hypnotized. But the excitement was short-lived when it took off very fast, or that's what she thought. Within days, she started experiencing strange physical symptoms, including headaches and nausea. As time went on, her health deteriorated, and doctors were unable to explain what was happening to her. Number 5. Mark and his friends thought it would be fun to go investigate a strange light in the sky. But they quickly regretted their decision when they seen little beings come out. Also, they had been lost for hours and their phones were not working when people was trying to contact them. After the encounter, they began to experience strange, vivid dreams that felt all too real. They soon realized that they had been abducted by the aliens, also subjected to cruel experiments on an unknown spaceship. Number 4. When the UFO crashed into the city, Sarah and her family were among the first on the scene. They came into contact with small beings that talked to them telepathically. They said they were from a close star constellation and came to check out Earth for a new home. Then the US Army showed up. They watched in horror as the government cordoned off the area and began to cover up the incident. Sarah's son became obsessed with the crash, unable to let it go even years later. He became convinced that the aliens were coming back to finish what they had started. Number 3. After her close encounter with a UFO, Maria began to experience strange telepathic abilities. At first, it was exhilarating to be able to communicate without words. But soon she realized that her newfound power came with a heavy price. She started hearing voices in her head of being talking to her. And the constant barrage of thoughts made it difficult to function in daily life. Number 2. When the UFO appeared in the sky, Alex was amazed by the beauty of the lights. Not only it hovered above him, but it landed in a field next to him for a while and then took off into the air in rapid speed. But after the encounter, he began to suffer from intense migraines. That made it difficult to work or enjoy life after the contact. He started to see things that weren't there, or he giving super sight by the beings. And he became increasingly paranoid that the aliens were coming to get him. Number 1. When the UFO crash landed in the desert, Jack was one of the first on the scene. As a scientist, he was thrilled to have the opportunity to study the alien technology up close. But after years of exposure, Jack began to experience strange side effects. His skin turned to a sickly gray color and his eyes got larger. Also, he started to develop bizarre mutations and his brain grew bigger. Eventually, he had to be quarantined for the safety of the public. Thanks for watching. Now please like, subscribe and share for more of the Out There Show. And please check out our store. The link is in the description under the video and upper right corner of the channel.